Warning Earthlings. Mars. Attack is imminent. Chapter 1. The Advisory. At 3:33 a.m. Pacific Time, the Earth received its first formal notification of Martian hostility. It arrived not via diplomatic courier or encrypted transmission, but through a mass alert pushed to every internet-connected appliance with a speaker. Refrigerators chimed, smart toilets blinked. A rice cooker in Fresno recited the message twice before self-destructing. Warning Earthlings, Mars attack is imminent. Only those subscribed to this channel shall be exempt from sulfur mine duty. Extra rations and rest between floggings available for those who like and comment. The message was delivered by Zorpax the Merciful, a Martian emissary whose title suggested leniency, but whose tone resembled a mid-level compliance officer. His holographic form hovered above breakfast tables and bedside lamps, draped in ceremonial robes woven from recycled satellite debris. His eyes glowed with the soft menace of someone who had read every clause in the terms of conquest. Most Earthlings assumed it was a prank, a marketing stunt, possibly a new streaming series. The advisory's legal disclaimers, however, were extensive and oddly specific. Clause 7.3.1 outlined the sulfur extraction quotas for non-subscribers. Clause 9.2.4 detailed the ergonomic specifications of Martian flogging implements. Clause 12.1.0 offered a modest reprieve for verified influencers with a follower count exceeding 100,000. By sunrise, the advisory had been reposted, memed, and dissected by constitutional scholars. The general consensus: it was either the most elaborate hoax in history or the beginning of a very inconvenient alien occupation. In Los Angeles, California, a retired librarian named Edna clicked subscribe out of habit. In Tokyo, a teenager live-streamed his reaction and gained 40,000 followers. In Brussels, the European Parliament convened an emergency session to determine whether liking constituted formal consent. Zorpax, meanwhile, updated his channel banner to read, "Conquest begins at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please enable notifications." Chapter 2. Terms and Conditions of Conquest. By 10 a.m. Pacific Time, the Martian fleet had entered low orbit. Their ships, sleek, symmetrical, and vaguely reminiscent of corporate logos, cast long shadows over major population centers. The vessels emitted a low hum, not unlike the sound of a distant leaf blower, but calibrated to induce mild existential dread. Earth's governments responded with the usual protocols: emergency sessions, diplomatic overtures, and a flurry of strongly worded statements. None were acknowledged. The Martians had already disabled international cloud access and rerouted all satellite bandwidth to Zorpax's channel. At 10:03 a.m., Zorpax issued a second advisory. Conquest has commenced. Non-subscribers will be reassigned to sulfur extraction duties. Subscribers will be reassigned to supervisory roles in sulfur extraction. Extra rations and ceremonial leniency available for verified engagement. The distinction was subtle but legally binding. A revised Terms of Conquest document was uploaded to every device, formatted in 8-point Martian sans and spanning 437 pages. Clause 14.2.7 clarified that supervisory roles included ceremonial flogging duties and morale enforcement. Clause 18.9.3 offered a modest pension to those who reached Level 3 loyalty tier before planetary annexation. Public reaction was mixed. Some Earthlings attempted to negotiate with their smart thermostats. Others formed spontaneous subscription circles, chanting engagement slogans in hopes of algorithmic mercy. A small but vocal contingent insisted the invasion was a metaphor, possibly for late-stage capitalism. Meanwhile, Zorpax live-streamed the first wave of ground deployment. Martian troops, disciplined, polite, and dressed in compliance-grade armor, descended into neighborhoods with welcoming claws, onboarding kits, and ceremonial shackles. Each kit included a sulfur extraction schedule tailored to local climate, a loyalty punch card, redeemable after 10 floggings, a QR code linking to Zorpax's latest video, conquest etiquette, how to be a gracious occupied species. By dusk, the Martian presence was no longer theoretical. Earthlings who had subscribed received modest perks, ergonomic shackles, gluten-free gruel, and access to the mine's comment section. Those who hadn't were gently but firmly escorted to their designated labor zones. Zorpax updated his channel banner once more. Engagement is compliance. Compliance is mercy. Chapter 3. The Sulfur Mines of Mars. The mines were not metaphorical. Within 48 hours of the advisory, Earthlings deemed non-compliant were relocated to Mars via orbital freight pods. The pods were climate-controlled, lightly perfumed, and equipped with a single screen looping Zorpax's onboarding video. Welcome to Sulfur Sector 7. Your labor is sacred. Your suffering is noted. Please rate your transport experience below. The mines themselves were vast, symmetrical, and unnervingly well lit. Each was managed by a Martian overseer trained in both mineral extraction and digital engagement. The walls were lined with motivational slogans in Martian glyphs, loosely translated as "pain builds character" and "engagement is compliance." Earthlings were assigned roles based on their subscription status. Non-subscribers, manual extraction, chain maintenance, and ceremonial groaning. Subscribers, supervisory duties, morale enforcement, and comment moderation. Top-tier influencers, occasional promotional appearances, limited flogging privileges, and access to the mine's VIP lounge featuring ambient, suffering, and artisanal gruel. Each worker received a loyalty punch card. After 10 floggings, they were eligible for 1 extra ration or a brief moment of silence. The flogging itself was ceremonial, conducted with ergonomic implements and accompanied by a soothing playlist curated by Zorpax's channel. The mines operated on a strict schedule: 4 o'clock, wake-up chant and gratitude affirmations, 0500 to 1800, sulfur extraction interspersed with engagement breaks, 1800 to 2000, comment section review and emotional recalibration, 20 to 22, Zorpax's nightly live stream, Mining for Meaning, a Martian's Guide to Fulfillment. Despite the conditions, morale remained surprisingly stable. The comment section offered a space for reflection, passive resistance, and occasional poetry. One post, "My Blisters Sing of Freedom," was briefly featured on Zorpax's channel before being flagged for excessive sentiment. By the end of the week, Earthlings had adapted. Some began crafting escape plans using discarded hashtags and ceremonial robes. Others leaned into their roles, hoping for promotion to assistant to the assistant overseer. Zorpax updated his channel banner once again. Your labor is noticed. Your engagement is appreciated. Chapter 4. The Algorithmic Uprising. The first signs of rebellion did not come from generals or elected officials, but from a mid-tier lifestyle vlogger named Luna Vortex. Her channel, once devoted to minimalist skincare and ethically sourced incense, had been flagged during the invasion for excessive sincerity. She re-emerged with a new upload: How to Escape Martian Mines, using only a ring light and a phone camera on a selfie stick. The video was understated. No dramatic music, no call to action. Just Luna, seated cross-legged in a sulfur tunnel, calmly demonstrating how to repurpose ceremonial shackles into a makeshift grappling hook. She spoke in a tone usually reserved for guided meditations. The Martians, unfamiliar with irony, mistook the surge in views as a sign of loyalty. Zorpax issued a commendation. Luna Vortex has demonstrated exemplary engagement. She is hereby promoted to Supreme Content Strategist, Level 2. May her metrics remain favorable. Luna accepted the title with polite ambiguity and immediately launched a counter-channel, Earthlings Unchained. It featured DIY rebellion kits, passive-aggressive chants, and ASMR recordings of bureaucratic forms being torn in half. Her subscriber count grew exponentially. Earthlings began to organize. Escape tunnels were mapped using comment threads. Flogging schedules were disrupted by coordinated like storms. A ceremonial nap was extended into a full-blown siesta. The mines, once a model of Martian efficiency, became a hive of quiet insubordination. Zorpax, sensing a shift in sentiment, attempted to reassert control. He live-streamed a new video titled, "Engagement is not rebellion, a clarification." It was met with a record number of dislikes. The Martian algorithm, designed to reward attention without nuance, interpreted the backlash as increased loyalty. Zorpax's channel was auto-promoted to planetary priority, and his face appeared on every smart mirror and toaster oven in the Western Hemisphere. Meanwhile, Luna issued a challenge. Zorpax, if you truly value engagement, let us settle this in the Colosseum. One final subscriber duel. Winner takes Earth. Zorpax accepted. The duel was scheduled for the next planetary cycle. Terms were uploaded in triplicate. His channel banner was updated once more. Victory is inevitable. Comments are encouraged. Chapter 5. The unsubscribe heard round the world. The subscriber duel was held in the YouTube Coliseum, a virtual arena constructed from recycled engagement metrics and ceremonial latency. It was governed by the algorithmic tribunal, 3 Martian judges whose robes were stitched from terms of service agreements, and a grape juice-guzzling moderator. The tribunal's rulings were based entirely on viewer retention. Zorpax arrived first, flanked by his analytics team and a choir of algorithmically generated praise. His opening statement was a 47-minute live stream titled, "Why Earth Needs Me, A Martian's Journey Through Metrics." It featured testimonials from compliant Earthlings, a montage of Sulfur mine productivity, and a brief musical interlude performed by Martian interns. The comment section was locked. Luna Vortex entered quietly. No entourage, no music. Just a single video titled, "Dear Zorpax, I'm unsubscribing. It's not you, it's the mines." The video was short, under 2 minutes. She spoke plainly, without filters or ceremonial lighting. She thanked Zorpax for his consistency, acknowledged the clarity of his conquest, and then clicked unsubscribe. The effect was immediate. The algorithm, unable to reconcile sincerity with disengagement, began to unravel. Subscriber counts fluctuated. Engagement graphs inverted. The Colosseum's walls flickered, then collapsed into a cascade of broken links and expired promo codes. Zorpax's channel was flagged for emotional ambiguity. His metrics plummeted. The Martian fleet, now algorithmically irrelevant, rebranded as a wellness retreat and quietly withdrew from orbit. Earth was free. The sulfur mines were repurposed into kombucha caves and ceremonial nap sanctuaries. The loyalty punch cards were recycled into poetry journals. Glybe, the emoji-speaking overseer, became a motivational speaker specializing in passive resistance. Luna Vortex declined all formal titles. She launched a podcast called Reclaiming Earth One Algorithm at a Time, where she interviewed former supervisors, read subscriber breakup letters aloud, and offered guided meditations for post-occupation healing. Zorpax, now retired, posted one final video. "I have been merciful. I shall now be silent." It received no likes, comments, or subscribes. The silence was ceremonial.